The way people manage money is changing thanks to the combination of IoT and FinTech. For students who use smartphone and e-wallets daily but often have limited income, this technology can help them build better spending habits. Touch and Go e-wallet, one of Malaysia's most used apps, offer features like RFID toll payments, QR scanning, and real-time transaction tracking. However, while over 20 million people use e-wallet, not many studies focus on how this tool influence student spending behavior. New features like Go Finance and Go Plus offer even more financial control, such as cash flow tracking and Sharia compliant investment, showing a shift towards smarter money management. This study is important because it supports my digital message goals of improving digital financial literacy and inclusion. Instead of just looking at how easy or safe these apps are, this study will explore how well they help students plan, save, and spend wisely.
Let's move to the next part, literature review. I will be sharing how the Internet of Things or IoT supports sustainable financial behavior with a focus on the Touch and Go e-wallet. IoT connects devices like smartphones and wearable to financial apps, making contactless payments, real-time spending tracking, and new just possible. Touch and Go is a strong example of this in Malaysia. It offers QR payment features, spending alerts, and cashback tools. However, research shows that although many students use Touch and Go for convenience, most ignore its budgeting and green finance features. This reflects a gap in awareness and usage. Using theories like the technology acceptance model and nudge theory, we can see how apps like Touch and Go influences financial habits. Smart reminders, ease of use, and real-time feedback can encourage students to spend more responsibly. So overall, Touch and Go shows great potential to lead sustainable finance through IoT-driven solutions.
Let's go to the methodology part. First, we use a descriptive and exploratory qualitative research design to deeply understand students' perception and experience. The study was cross-sectional, meaning data was collected at a single point in time. We structured interview questions in a written format, distributed through Google Forms, which made data collection flexible and accessible. In terms of participants, we used purposive sampling to select 40 students from Group 22E at Unimap. These students were chosen because they actively use e-wallets and have relevant experience in managing digital financial transactions. All participants gave informed consent and data confidentiality was strictly maintained. Next, for data collection, we developed strict structured questions covering aspects like awareness, frequency of use, ease of use, perceived usefulness, financial behavior, and recommendation. The question included close-ended questions. Moving on to data analysis, we apply basic descriptive statistics for close-ended questions, which are calculating mean, median, and mode. Tools such as Excel were used for data organization. Of course, there was some limitation. The sample size was relatively small, only 40 respondents. Also, since the survey was conducted online, so there was no face-to-face interaction, which limited deeper contacts. Additionally, as the data was self-report, it may include bias such as socially desirable responses. And finally, the study only focused on Touch and Go, e-wallet, no other financial platform question. In summary, the study offers a practical and context-appropriate method to collect and analyze data from students. Despite limitation, it provides meaningful insight into how smart financial tools like e-wallets can support better spending habits among youngsters and can serve as a foundation for the future research.
Now, I'll be presenting the finding and analysis from our study titled Students' Perception on Using Touch and Go e-wallet to Promote Sustainable Spending. A total of 40 students participated in the survey, and we used descriptive statistics and theoretical frameworks like the technology acceptance model and theory of reasoned action to guide our analysis. First, when asked how familiar they were with the Touch and Go e-wallet, 80% of the respondents rated it either 4 or 5, showing high familiarity. This supports the technology acceptance model, which suggests that perceived ease of use influences adoption. Next, 56% reported using the app frequently for daily transactions like food and transport. This indicates that the e-wallet is integrated into students' financial routines, aligning with the routinization phase of the diffusion of innovation theory. In question 3, we found that 63% of students agreed that features like transaction history help them better understand their spending, supporting more mindful and sustainable choices. The average rating was 3.83. This again ties into Tang's concept of perceived usefulness. Students believe these features help improve their financial habits. For question 4, over 73% of students expressed willingness to use new features related to sustainability, such as tracking carbon footprints or reward-based systems. This shows a strong openness to innovations, again influenced by perceived ease of use. However, the biggest challenge highlighted was technical issues, with over 92% mentioning slow loading and app crashes. These issues affect user experience and could hinder continued use. Despite positive perceptions, if the app isn't stable, it risks losing users. For the final question, 78% of students said they would recommend Touch and Go e-wallet to others as a tool for building better financial habits. This strong endorsement aligns with the theory of reasoned action, where positive attitudes toward a system often led to strong intentions to promote it. Students see the app not just as a payment tool, but as a practical support for financial responsibility and literacy.
The conclusion is Touch and Go e-wallet is widely used by university students. It's not just a payment tool. Students also use it to build smarter and more sustainable spending habits. Features like real-time tracking and spending categories have increased financial awareness. Students are also open to eco-friendly options like carbon tracking and green rewards. However, technical issues like app crashes and slow loading still affect user experience. So, fintech companies must balance innovation with strong performance and reliability. For recommendations, we suggest 4 main improvements. First, improve app reliability and performance. The app should be fast, stable, and responsive to give users a smooth experience. Second, add more sustainable spending features. For example, show carbon footprint for each purchases, give eco-friendly tips, and reward green spending habits. It will be great if it could also link with local environmental programs. Third, use smart behavioral nudge. This can include alerts for overspending, auto-saving suggestions, and personalized reminders to help users reach their financial goals. Lastly, build partnership with schools, NGOs, and financial literacy programs. This will help connect financial education with real app usage, especially for students who are still learning how to manage money responsibly.